Manchester United, big game now for Manchester United. The biggest game of the season for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Manchester United. The Europa League final. The chance to win a major European silverware for Manchester United for the first time since 2017 when we won this competition. And I would love Manchester United to get their hands on it. Now, we've had an okay season for Manchester United, finishing second, but to top this off, if we could win this trophy, it would be seen as a good season in my opinion for Manchester United. European success, it's not the Champions League, but it's the next best thing. Major silverware, and there are some very young players in this squad that could really benefit from winning this tournament. So it could be real positive for Manchester United to go out there and get this victory. Now, Villarreal, Manchester United, who would have thought these two would have been in the final 6 months ago? Now, Villarreal have never won a major honour in the club's history. Manchester United have won plenty of European honours and domestic honours. So we are going into this as firm favourites to win this competition, but it doesn't always work that way. And they've done very well to get through against Arsenal to get to the final. So we know what they're like. They're a difficult team to beat, although they are, I think, 6th or 7th. I think they finished in the Spanish La Liga. Now, they did run Real Madrid close at the weekend and almost stopped them from winning the title. In the end, Atletico Madrid done their own business, but they took it right to the wire and only lost in the last in the injury time of that game against Real Madrid, and that was away from home. So we can see how hard they are to beat. Manchester United, though, have got one major injury concern, which is Harry Maguire. He hasn't played for a number of weeks, and it does look like he is certain to miss this game, which has become a massive blow for Manchester United. I wasn't too sure when we signed Harry Maguire whether he was the dog's bollocks or not, but he has turned out to be, and I thought he would, Manchester United's best centre-back. I thought he was going to be better than what Manchester United had got. But these last few weeks have shown Manchester United that maybe it's a coincidence and we've just been in bad form. Though Manchester United have been letting a lot of goals in. We've let 2 against Leicester City, and okay, we've put out a fringe squad. We've let 4 in the next game against Liverpool with almost a first team. So this is what worrying for Manchester United going into this game. Now, I'm not too sure what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is planning, but most of the starting lineup, pretty much what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to picks itself. I think it's been sort of mentioned in the papers and everywhere that it does seem like he's going to go with David De Gea in goal. I haven't really got too much problems with that, because lately I'm not too convinced on Dean Henderson's form going into this game. Actually, and I don't think there is a lot between the two of these goalkeepers at this moment in time. So De Gea, the more experienced one, it goes in goal. Back 4, pretty much, I'm not too sure. 3 of them pick themselves, to be honest. It will be Wan-Bissaka, Shaw and Lindelof. The other one, I would personally think at this moment in time, 2-1-Zabi's probably done enough to get in ahead of Eric Bailly. There is rumours that Eric Bailly was taken a knock in training today, but it does seem like he's probably going to be okay, which is good news, because if anything happens to one of the other centre-halves, we're fucked. But Lindelof is fairly reliable in terms of his injury problems, so it's whoever plays alongside him out the other 2 that are injury prone. So the back 4, pretty much 3 out of the 4 pick itself. Now, where it gets a bit more tricky for Solskjaer, and where he's really going to earn his bacon for this fucking final, is where he's going to pick in midfield and in the forward positions now, because most of the back 4 pretty much picks itself. Now, I'm not too sure what he's going to go for. I mean, there was doubts about Fred's participation maybe in this game, but Fred and McTominay are both there and fully fit by the sounds of it. So I personally think he's going to go for both of them. I personally would pull one of them out, maybe pull out Fred and put Paul Pogba alongside McTominay, put Rashford on the left, Greenwood on the right, Bruno Fernandes in behind Edinson Cavani. That is what I would go for. Either Fred or McTominay alongside Pogba. That would be my preferred pick. But I think that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to go for Fred and McTominay. He always does in any big game for Manchester United, and I think he's going to go for Pogba on the left and Rashford on the right. Now, even if he goes for McTominay and Fred in that midfield too, I don't think that he can go for I've got no problem with him going for Pogba on the left, but I don't think that Rashford's played his best football on the right, and I think that's where Greenwood, if Greenwood plays, that is where he's played his best football as well. So if he's going to play Fred and McTominay in there, I think he's got to personally leave out Marcus Rashford, which we know he's not going to leave Marcus Rashford out. But neither Rashford nor Greenwood played at the weekend, so I'm not too sure if he was going to leave both of them out, then why would he didn't even play them at all in that game. Maybe he just didn't want to play anyone that was going to participate any minutes in this game, and he thought that even if Greenwood doesn't start this game, could well come off the bench in this game and be a vital part of this Manchester United team if we are going to win it. I'm not too sure, but there is a few conundrums for him, but I think he's not going to go for the team that I would go for. I think Greenwood's probably done enough at this moment in time. If he does go for Fred and McTominay in midfield, I think Greenwood lately has done enough to take Marcus Rashford out on that right hand side, certainly if he's picked there. I don't think Marcus Rashford is in good enough form. A couple of months ago I wouldn't have said that. I would have said Greenwood would certainly not be starting a European final this season with Manchester United. If you'd said anything to me a couple of months ago, certainly not. But at this moment in time, Greenwood seems to be the informed one, and that's how it is for me at this moment in time. Now, I mean, anyone else getting into this Manchester United team, I just don't see it, to be honest. I mean, at the weekend, I don't think anyone that we haven't seen play for a while, besides Tuanzebe, has really stamped their authority enough in order to get in the starting lineup. The likes of, I mean, we could see Matic in there. We could definitely. That is still a possibility, but I can't really see it. I don't think Juan Mata or Alanga or any of these men have done enough in the short cameos and short appearances they've played lately to obviously get in the first team. That's no disrespect to any of them players, but I just don't think they've fucking been able to stamp their authority enough. But we may see a few of them on the substitutes bench. He's taken 4 goalkeepers, and you'd like to think that only 2 goalkeepers, one on the bench and one starting, would be in the matchday squad. I mean, he will probably put Lee Grant on the substitutes bench, but it's stupid to fucking do that. We can use 5 substitutions. We might as well give a couple of these younger players, maybe a Langer or someone, a cameo if Manchester United are winning at any point later in the second half, because it is a massive European final for Manchester United. I mean, you can't always get to the Champions League latter stages, and we haven't been good enough these last few years to do that anyway. And it would be a great experience for some of these youngsters to get minutes if they are given an opportunity. And I do expect, I mean, he'd probably go for 2 goalkeepers on the bench, so I would expect some form of youngsters maybe to feature on the substitutes bench, and they may not play at all, but it would be fantastic just to be in and around the squad, to be on the bench, to train on the sideline, warming up, just in case they are needed, because this is Manchester United, and this is a fantastic opportunity for any of these youngsters to develop for Manchester United, to get their hands on a potential trophy, and it will just give them the confidence going forward. It's always that first trophy you remember when you're a player playing the game, getting your hands on that first one. I remember back to when Manchester United won the League Cup, when the likes of Rooney and Ronaldo were coming through. It wasn't Ronaldo's first one. His was the FA Cup against Millwall, but the League Cup one, the 4-0 win against Wigan, really did push Manchester United on to success. The likes of Vidic, Evra, Rooney, these players were getting a taste of it, and it was the catalyst, I thought, for moving forward, and for Manchester United moving forward and winning a few Premier League titles and getting to a few Champions Leagues and winning one over that next 6 or 7 years. I'm not saying this Manchester United team's going to do that, but you're looking at some of these players, likes of Alanga, likes of Greenwood. Shorter is only 17 as well. He could potentially be on the substitutes bench tomorrow. Probably not, probably in the stands, but he's a part of the matchday squad. And this might, or the travelling squad, should I say? So it gives him confidence. He's training with the players. Hopefully, these players can get a winners' medal and move forward with their hopefully successful careers at Manchester United. Hopefully, it will give them that massive boost and that desire to want to get another cup final next year and to maybe win the Premier League in the next few years. Let's see what happens. But I'm hoping for a cracking game. I mean, as we say, they're not a great team, Villarreal. They're just a steady just above mid-table team in the La Liga, and La Liga has been poor this season in terms of the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid. These teams haven't done very well in it this year, in the Champions Leagues and the and the Europa League. This is the best opportunity for a Spanish side. Obviously now the others are out, but they've been the best Spanish side in Europe this season, which isn't saying much. A lot of these teams like Granada and Sociedad, Manchester United beat fairly comfortably over 2 legs. So I'm expecting Manchester United to get the job done in this game. They are underdogs, Villarreal, but we can't underestimate them. They've beaten Arsenal in the previous round. They did one year get to the semi-final of the Champions League, and they were pretty decent back then. But this isn't that team, and I expect Manchester United to get the job done. I'm going for Manchester United winning this game 2-1. I think the likes of Cavani up front and the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Greenwood, Rashford, Pogba, all these if some of these players are going to play, and I think that the attacking players will be hopefully too much for Villarreal. I really do. I mean, they've got the likes of Carlos Bacca, who we know was a decent forward in his heyday. They've also got Premier League players of the past, Francis Coquelin and Etienne Capoue in there, which we know about. So they're no muppets, but I would expect Manchester United to get this job done. I said 2-1, hoping for a Cavani and maybe a Bruno Fernandes goal, because I would love to see a Mason Greenwood goal, but I think he may well be on the substitutes bench. But who knows, could he come off the bench and wallop one in? We'll have to wait and see. He's been in great form. You wouldn't bet against him. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's bring this trophy home from Poland. Let's bring it back to Manchester again. Come on, United.